The Neewer Pro 4-way macro focusing rail can be mounted on most tripods by utilizing the bottom 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch tripod mounting threads. You gotta make sure that the archetype plate is placed into the middle of the quick release clamp for maximum stability. This rail comes with an integrated archetype compatible quick release clamp itself and also includes an archetype plate which you can attach to the bottom of your camera of choice. Again, make sure that your camera is placed evenly into the quick release clamp just to minimize motion and vibration while in use. This rail can be adjusted in 4 directions with 2 rails, forward, backward, left and right. The front-back movement distance is kept at 6.5 centimeters, whereas the maximum movement distance on the left-right axis is 7.5 centimeters. The sliding friction can also be controlled with the included wrench via the 8 pieces hexagon screws. To further minimize any kind of motion or vibration that might occur while using this macro slider, I also recommend the use of a cable release. A cable release or remote shutter release is an infrared clicker that when pressed remotely sets off your camera's shutter. To diffuse the artificial light sources that I use to illuminate my subjects, I place a special Bonnet type diffuser on the lens barrel. As artificial light sources, I prefer the use of these 2 Lumecubes, which are extremely compact yet very powerful. To achieve even lighting, I usually place them at around 45-degree angle on each side of my subject. After you have properly framed up your subject, you gotta make sure that your settings are correct. If your particular lens supports image stabilization, make sure that you disable it because it can interfere with the image quality. The images might be slightly less sharp if the IS is on. Also disable autofocus and switch to manual mode. Select the right aperture, the right shutter speed when the exposure is correct. You can check that on the histogram by taking a couple of test shots. For maximum depth of field, also make sure that you cover every single focal plane from the front right to the back of your subject or to the point where you want it to be sharp. I also suggest that you take brief pauses after you have moved the slider because it can still vibrate a little bit after that. If you want to learn a little bit more about my preferred exposure settings for deep stacks, please check out the video above. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, then please consider subscribing and see you guys very soon in the next one. Until then, bye for now.